want to tell the biography of Sultan Mehmed II. Mehmed was the fourth son of Murad II by Huma Hatun, and a slave girl in Murad's harem. At the age of 12, he was sent as tradition required to Manisa or Magnesia with his two tutors. In the same years, his father set him on the throne at Edirne and at Decade. During his first reign, Mehmed had to face grave external and internal crises. The King of Hungary, the Pope, the Byzantine Empire, and Venice, all eager to take advantage of the accession of a child to the Ottoman throne, succeeded in organizing a crusade. Edirne was the scene of violent rivalry between the powerful Grand Vizier Chandarli Halil on the one hand and the viziers Zaganos and Sihabedin on the other, who claimed that they were protecting the rights of the child sultan. In September 1444, the army of the Crusades crossed the Danube. In Edirne, this news triggered and massacre of the Christian influence Hurufi sect and conjured up an atmosphere of panic and arson. When the Crusaders laid siege to Varna, the reigning Sultan's father was urged to come back from retirement in Bursa and lead the army. The Ottoman victory at Varna under Murad II put an to crisis. Mehmed II, who had stayed in Edirne, maintained the throne, and after the battles, his father retired to Manisa. Zaganos and Sihabedin began to incite the child sultan to undertake the capture of Constantinople. But Chandarli engineered a revolt of the Janissaries and called Murad II back to Edirne to resume the throne. Mehmed was sent once more to Manisa with Zaganos and Sihabedin, newly appointed as his tutor. There Mehmed continued to consider himself the legal sultan. On his father's death, Mehmed ascended the throne for the second time in Edirne. His mind was filled with the idea of the capture of Constantinople, Europe, and Byzantium. Remembering his former reign, were then not concerned much about his plans. Neither was his authority firmly established within the empire. But he was not too long in showing his stature by severely punishing the Janissaries, who had dared to threaten him over the delay of the customary gift of ascension. Yet he reformed this military organization, which was designed to be the instrument of his future conquest. He devoted the utmost care to all the necessary diplomatic and military preparation for the capture of Constantinople. To keep Venice and Hungary neutral, he signed peace treaties favorable to them. He spent the year 452 mainly in building the fortress of Bogas Castle, for the control of the Bosphorus in building a fleet of 30 galleries, and in casting new cannon of large caliber. He made the Hungarian master Gudmunds Urban cast guns of a size unknown as yet, even in Europe. Meanwhile, the Grand Vizier Chandarli argued against the enterprise, and during the siege of Constantinople, the opposing views were forced into war councils convened at critical moments. The capture of Constantinople bestowed on Mehmed incomparable glory and prestige and immense authority in his own country, so that he began to look upon himself as the heir of the Roman Caesars and the champion of Islam in holy war. It is not true that he had province plans for his conquest, but he is certain that he was intent upon researching the Eastern Roman Empire and upon extending in it to its widest historic limits. His victory over the Turkmen leader Yuzun Hasan and the Battle of Baskan in Azrikan marked in Mehmed's life turning point as important as the capture of Constantinople, and it sealed his domination of Anatolia and Balkans. Mehmed has assumed the title of Kaiser Irum as Roman Kaiser, and the same time described himself as the Lord of two lands and the two seas. That reflects his idea of the empire during the quarter century after the fall of Constantinople. He undertook a series of campaigns on expedition in the Balkans. In Hungary, Wallachia, Moldavia, Anatolia, the island enterprise indicated that he intended to invade Italy in a new attempt at founding a world empire. The following spring, having just begun a new campaign in Anatolia, he died 25 kilometers from Constantinople. Gout from the which he had suffered for some time in his last days turned him grievously. But there are indications that he was poisoned. Okay, why I choose Sultan Mehmed? Because Sultan Mehmed is a great leader who can brought his empire to the best empire in that century. Sultan Mehmed is also someone who is broad-minded and has many strategies, and he is a person of high integrity. Thank you very much.